Listen, there is a king in history, very smart, extreme educated. He knew philosophy, mathematics, poetry, science. He could debate with scholars for hours. This king destroyed his entire kingdom, not because he was stupid, but because he was too smart. His name is Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Today, we will look at 4 of his experiments, 4 insane ideas that made millions suffer. And by the end, you will ask yourself one question: was he genius or a madman? Let's start. His first experiment, moving the capital. Year 1327, the Sultan is sitting in Delhi. He looked at the map and think, my enemies are in south, but my capital is in the north. This is a problem. Now, what would a normal king do? Build a port in the south, send more soldiers, open a military base. But Tughlaq is not normal. He says, I will move the entire capital, every person, every animal, every cooking pot, everyone go to Daulatabad. Daulatabad is in Maharashtra, distance from Delhi almost 600 miles one way. And he gave an order within 2 weeks Delhi should be empty. Think about that, old people, sick people, pregnant women, little children walking 600 miles in the summer without enough water. Historians write that thousands dies on the road, bodies lying on the side, families broken, people crying for water. And after a few years, Tughlaq changed his mind. He says this was a mistake, everyone go back to Delhi. So, the surviving people, the ones who barely made it, they packed their bags again and walked another 600 miles back to Delhi. Nothing was changed, only death, only suffering. First experiment, a complete disaster. And his second experiment, the copper money trick. Now the treasury is empty, moving the old capital is expensive. So Tughlaq thinks again. He says, why use silver and gold? Too expensive. I will make coins from copper and I will declare that 1 copper coin is equal to 1 silver coin. On paper, this is brilliant. Even today, we use token currency. Paper money has no real value. We trust the government. Tughlaq was 500 years ahead of his time, but he forgot one small thing, a very small thing, human greed. Copper is cheap. Every house has a stove. People started melting copper and stamping the king's name on it. Fake coins spreading everywhere. The market collapsed, shopkeepers refused to sell anything because how do you know if a coin is real or fake? So, Tughlaq makes another decision. He says, bring all fake coins to the treasury, the government will exchange them for real gold and silver. What do you think happened? People brought truckloads of fake coins, the treasury became empty within a week, the government went bankrupt. And his second experiment, a legendary failure. And his third experiment, the tax during famine. Now, the Sultan is desperate for money. He looked at the Doab region. This is the land between Ganga and Yamuna river, very fertile, good for farming. He decides to increase taxes there. But here the problem, he increases taxes during the famine. The crops have failed, the land is dry, farmers are already struggling to feed their family and Tughlaq sent tax collector demanding more money. What did the farmer do? They left, they abandoned their land, they burned their own crops rather than giving them to the king. Result, a fertile farmland become a desert, no crops, no tax, zero revenue, plus a massive rebellion. And his third experiment, another disaster. And his fourth experiment, attacking China. Now, this one is unbelievable. In 1337, Tughlaq decided he want to conquer China. China, the Mongol Empire, the most powerful military in the world at that time. And between India and China, the Himalayas, the highest mountains on earth. Does he send spies? No. Does he prepare winter clothes? No. Does he train his soldiers for mountain warfare? No. He gather 1 lakh soldiers and say march. They go into the mountains, snow everywhere, no oxygen, no food, no warm clothes. Historians write that the soldier froze to death, fell from cliffs, died from hunger, then came rains, then came plague. Local warriors attacked them for the mountain tops, destroy whatever was there. Some sources says only 10 survived. So, his fourth experiment, a complete wipeout. Now, you might think he was just a foolish king, but wait, there is a darker side. The famous traveler Ibn Battuta visited his court and he wrote things that are terrifying. He wrote that the Sultan would have people executed and then their bodies would be cut into pieces and then cooked and then fed to the victims' own relatives. If the relative refused to eat, they were killed on the spot. He also used elephant with iron blades tied to their tusks. The elephant would throw people in the air and cut them into pieces, with music playing loudly so nobody could hear the screaming. At the entrance of his palace, dead bodies were left to rot for 3 days just to scare everyone who came to meet him. Now, how he died? In 1351, Tughlaq dies while chasing some rebellion in Sindh, not in a grand battle, just on the road. When he dies, the kingdom is destroyed, treasury empty, army gone, people starving. His cousin Firoz Shah Tughlaq takes over and spends his entire life just to fix the damage, giving back land, reducing taxes, trying to win back the people's trust. Now, tell me, if you just read his ideas on paper, moving capital, token currency, they sound smart, even advanced. Some historians say he was a visionary. But in real life, real people died, real families were destroyed, and an entire empire collapsed. So, what do we call him? A genius, a madman, or something in between? I think he is a warning for every leader, every manager, every person in the charge. An idea, no matter how brilliant, is useless if you don't understand the people it will hurt, if you have no patience, if you refuse to listen. That is the story of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the wisest fool in history. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe and comment below. Thank you for watching. I will see you in next video.